going to be comparing the brand new DLC vehicles with each other, and we're gonna find out which one of these bad boys is the fastest between them all. So of course we're going to be testing out all these brand new DLC vehicles, and if you guys are into the ones that are the fastest and you want to go ahead and purchase it, well, today's video is going to be very helpful to go ahead and choose that. Now I do gotta say that this DLC has a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of expensive vehicles that I'm pretty sure not all of you guys are going to be able to go ahead and afford. So if you guys want to get yourself some free GTA dollars, which is a Megalodon Shark card, I am going to be giving away about 10 of them. So if you guys want to go ahead and get one for free, all you need to do is very simple and easy, is drop a like in today's video and leave 10 comments, and that's it. The more comments the better, so it just increases your chances of doing that. And lastly, just subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. It's only for my viewers, and that's pretty much it, guys. I'll go ahead and choose the winners very soon, so make sure you guys enter for the chance to go ahead and get yourself some free money. With that being said, let's go on ahead and get things started up today. Alrighty guys, so I'm not sure if you knew, but the brand new DLC is now out over on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Now with all these brand new cars, clothing, features, and all that type of stuff, we are presented with a lot of expensive stuff. So for example, if you guys didn't know, right here over in Benny's Original Motorworks, we have two brand new vehicles here. Right here we have the motorcycle, which goes for $169,000, and from all the brand new DLC vehicles, this one is the cheapest. But unfortunately, if you're one of those guys who like to upgrade your vehicles, then that price is kind of misleading. I mean, you're not gonna go ahead and drive around with a stock vehicle, right? Just like the LG right here, it's kind of like the one that we already got in the game, except that you can actually customize it in Benny's Motorwork, and the vehicle is very expensive if you upgrade it. Now here over at Legendary Motorworks, we have this one right here, which is the most expensive supercar that we got from the DLC update. It's very fast, the acceleration is good, and if you went ahead and upgrade the car, then your vehicle will go absolutely mad in speed wise. But unfortunately, again, like the other ones I said before, this vehicle is very expensive by the startup, and you'll be spending a lot of money upgrading the vehicle. Trust me, because I went ahead and did that for today's video, and I spent a lot of money. So we got one of the cheapest supercars from the set that we got right here, which is only 2, and the vehicle is about $1 million. It's kind of good, but if you want to go ahead and get something way better, then I suggest to get the $1 million one. But which one is the fastest? I'm not too sure, because there's some vehicles that are cheaper than the ones that are more expensive, and it beats in a race. So that's pretty interesting, man. Now right here, I want to go ahead and showcase the other vehicles that we got for this DLC, and look what I've been telling you guys. This DLC is very expensive, probably the most expensive one from all the other DLCs. You get to see that all these listings for these vehicles, like the majority of them, go for like millions of dollars. And right here, in my honest opinion, if you want to talk about speed, then the Voltic right here beats everything, because it freaking has a rock in the back of it. But we're not going to be talking about any of those Warstock vehicles. No, that's not going to be in the video whatsoever. We are only going to be talking about the supercars and the other two Benny's Workshop Motorwork vehicle thingies that we got right there. So we're going to be putting these bad boys up to a test. We're going to be racing them against each other, and we're going to see which one dominates which in a even race. So the first vehicle that we're going to be using right here is the Pagasi. So like I said earlier, this is the most expensive supercar that we got that was presented in this DLC update. Now I do want to go ahead and state that all these vehicles in today's video are fully upgraded all the way up to its max potential. So you guys can imagine how much that really costed me, like about $10 million and more from doing all that. But it's okay, man, because this is alpha science. So right here, we're doing this little drag race, and we're just going in one direction, and right there at the end of the tunnel is going to be the finish line. So this is going to be how we're going to determine how fast the vehicles are actually going. So right here, you guys can see that the Pagasi finished around 23 seconds. Very fair, about 23, but exactly 22.423 seconds. Very interesting. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on forward with the second vehicle in this list. So of course it's the same vehicle that we saw earlier in the Legendary Motorsport category, and we're gonna do the same exact thing. We're just gonna go in one single line going very fast, and we're gonna see how long it takes for this vehicle to reach the end of the road. So right there, holding down the acceleration button, we're going as fast as we possibly can. Vehicle upgraded all the way up to its max potential, and the finish line is gonna come here very soon. So the reason a lot of people actually go ahead and do videos like this is to determine which one of these vehicles is the fastest, because a lot of people actually buy vehicles based on how fast they actually go and online. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm specifically one of those people that do that, but I tend to get the one that goes faster in a race, because I'm going to be using this for drag races and stuff. But right there, we saw that the vehicle ended the race in 22.9 seconds, which is pretty interesting. It looks like this vehicle came in a little bit slower compared to the first vehicle, but I don't know, dude. Does that really matter in a race right there? I mean, if you guys don't want to go ahead and spend the extra money with a little bit of difference, then you can just go ahead and purchase the second vehicle. It really does depend. If you guys really care about speed, then go with the first. Now, right here is going to be the elegy that I showcased earlier. Of course, I went ahead and upgraded this vehicle in Benny's Motorworks, and the vehicle has been upgraded all the way up in its max potential. The only difference is this vehicle is in the sport car category, so I can't really blame it if it doesn't perform that good. But right here, you guys can see that the vehicle finished the race with 0.3 to 400 less of a second than the other two vehicles that I showcased earlier. So this vehicle came very close, and it's a free car, but the only drawback is this car is kind of expensive in upgrade. So if you want a vehicle that goes that speed and you got the money to upgrade, then go ahead and do it. It's a very interesting car, especially the elegy. Very awesome. Now for shits and giggle, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and use the motorcycle next. Now, just like the other vehicles, this vehicle has been upgraded all the way up to its max potential, and surprisingly for its vehicle, it actually had a bunch of freaking upgrades, which I was really surprised about. Usually motorcycles don't have that much stuff, but again, since it's in the Benny Motorwork options right there, of course the vehicle will have a bunch of stuff that you can put on it. But anywho, right here, we're just going in one, general direction, going super fast. And, for a motorcycle, that they usually go very fast when you're driving in one single line. But unfortunately, even for this thing right there, it didn't really catch up to the other three vehicles from before. It finished about 1 to 2 seconds more than the other three vehicles that I showcased earlier, but still a very good motorcycle, I will have to say, and very interesting to go ahead and drive. So if you guys want to go ahead and purchase yourself a motorcycle and you're in the mood for that and you haven't got enough of the bike DLC, then you can just go ahead and get that vehicle for yourself, man. But now that we basically went ahead and tested out all these vehicles and speed wise, no surprise, the most expensive one is the one that's the fastest from all of them. And I would say if you guys really cared about those extra milliseconds, then go ahead and get that. But if you guys are kind of tight on money and don't really care for that much, then you can just, basically go ahead and get the second vehicle in the Legendary Motorsports that's the cheapest. Now, again, if you really do care about speed, just get the first one that I suggested, man. But the vehicles are very awesome. I went ahead and drove every single one of them, and I will have to say that this DLC is absolutely awesome, man. But unfortunately, if you guys don't really give a fuck about cars and you just want to go straight to the fun vehicles, like the ones in the Warstock, like the freaking one that has the rocket in the back, then I will have to say that you're gonna need to spend more money on that, and you can't really upgrade it, and you can't really drive it in races as of right now. I'm pretty sure Rock's just gonna change that later on with an adversary mode or something like that. But anywho, what would you guys go ahead and get? I'm very interested. Are you guys gonna go and get the the supercars? Are you gonna get the motorcycle? Are you gonna go with the Warstock vehicles? Let me know down below in the comments, because I for one have every single one of these vehicles. I haven't really drove around with the Warstock ones, but I did drive around with the rocket and the parachute, and I have to say that those vehicles are absolutely mad, guys. Like, you have to go ahead and try them out. Unfortunately, they are very expensive, so you're gonna need to brace your wallet for that, man. Unfortunately, that's how Rockstar goes. They don't update the game for 3 months, but when they do, they make sure to cash out all that freaking money that they haven't made in months from not making a DLC within one update. So yeah, man. But anywho, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, support it by dropping that blue thumbs up. It'll be ever so much appreciated, and I'll freaking love you. And as well, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand spanking new. I'll see you guys later. Peace out and stay fresh.